My name is Rusty Van Cleave, and I am a student in the Master's in Coaching and Athletic Administration program at Concordia University, Irvine. This is my quality of character presentation, and the trait I will be speaking about is detail-oriented. The best coaches, athletes, and athletic administrators strive to be detail-oriented in order to be consistent, competitive, and improving team players that understand that small victories, won daily, lead to big victories in the long run. My personal definition of detail-oriented is a detail-oriented person values all of the underlying details, the little things, and achieves thoroughness and accuracy when accomplishing a task by making all areas of a process important. I always stress to my team, especially when I felt they lacked energy or were just getting through an activity rather than getting something from the activity, that everything we do is important to becoming the best individuals and team we can be. There is nothing so small that it is not an important thread in the tapestry of our season. And at these times, I would ask the group a question: why is it important? And the answer is because we are doing it. Or if it's an individual situation, because they are doing it, because I am doing it. Some examples of detail-oriented. The way in which a team functions is critical to developing the proper attention to detail. Starting practices the same way to develop a routine. Routine builds mastery, and mastery builds confidence. As coaches and players, we must build a solid foundation from which to build our team and our players' individual skills to play the game. And so some of these specific examples are foundational drills that focus on the fundamentals of your sport, daily, weekly, and monthly consistency in the routines and the drills used in your practices, breakdown drills and routines that develop all parts of the individual or team-specific skill or system, and a carryover in competitiveness during workouts, and how you transition from one drill to the next are really important to having great detail-oriented practices. Some other examples of detail-oriented teams and athletes and programs: the quality, care, and standardization of practice and game uniforms, facility care and appreciation, standardization of communication amongst the team and the coaching staff. And just to expand on these a little bit, dressing sharp, looking like a team in standardized activity-specific gear, taking care of and appreciating the facilities that you use are important pieces toward building a team and program's identity. It's also very important for coaches to look the part in practice or game attire, as well as showing consistency in the terminology they use. Some applications for coaches and players. The coach's role, it's very important to be consistent. Consistency in communication, teaching, discipline, motivation, and temperament. That consistency in those qualities is all part of the coach's philosophy. Detail-oriented coaches model the behavior they expect from their players, as well as providing immediate correction in a positive or constructive way. The player's role: to be punctual, focused, consistent, competitive, and having a next play mindset. Players need to recognize that they are part of something larger than themselves, and in becoming detail-oriented, they are building habits that make them not only a better teammate, but also a better person. Author Bruce Brown, Teaching Character Through Sport book, states that coaches must consistently identify and support any action that comes closer to the desired product and give direct and immediate correction when needed. Coach John Wooden is one of the great teachers in all of sports and in life. And he states, "You will find that success and attention to details, the smallest details, usually go hand in hand." And I think it's important to recognize that even with success and attention to details, individuals and teams may not reach their goal. Coach Wooden captures this reality so well in his saying, "Success is a peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the best effort to become the best of which you are capable. A couple Bible verses that I think reflect on being detail-oriented. Matthew 22, verses 37 and 38. Jesus said to him, "Love the Lord God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment." And 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31. "So whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do everything for the glory of God." Both verses magnify for me the importance of focusing on the most important things, as well as putting first things first. In sports, being our best and winning are great rewards that cannot be attained simultaneously or instantaneously. Only through time well spent, perseverance, and the sum total of a bunch of little things done well can we reach our potential. As we love God with our whole being and do everything to His glory, we must bring that passion and focus to the details that produce success as coaches and athletes. Some life lessons from being detail-oriented. A coach's goal is to develop their athletes not only for competition, but to also develop winning habits. An athlete who is a product of this environment can expect to carry over those habits into their personal life and future. Habits like punctuality, professional communication, overcoming adversity, organization, goal setting and goal reaching, teamwork, and leadership. All of these habits make for a great leader, teammate, friend, and employer, and family member. As coaches, we must work to instill habits like these in our players and coaching staffs, not only for the benefit of our team, but for the development of the person. A note of personal success, I was the head of boys basketball coach at Foothill High School for 13 seasons. This photo is of the scoreboard at the end of the 2015 CIF championship game. As a boys basketball coach, I was fortunate enough to win 2 CIF championships, most recently in 2015. Prior to the first championship in 2010, there were 6 seasons of building through a lot of attention to detail before we were able to reach that level of success. All of those athletes leading up to that first championship, and those in between the first and second championship, played a key role in leading our team to winning a CIF title. Without their successes and failures along the way, we would have not been in the position to win. Our players worked consistently to master the fundamentals of the game, learned to play in a way that made the game easy for their teammates, and represented the team and their family positively on and off the court. Our coaches focused on the strength of our players, adjusted the approach of teaching and mentoring to the way in which our players responded, and we tried to keep things simple and fun. Eventually, the right combination of detail-oriented athletes, great teamwork, and luck came together to produce a championship. In conclusion, the impact of being detail-oriented for athletes and coaches can be felt in a variety of ways. Improvement, quality of play, individually and collectively getting better. Consistency, a slow and steady ascent toward individual and team goals. Safety, self-discipline, proper warm-up, facility care and cleanliness, and supervision of athletes by coaches taking no shortcuts. Life skills, carry over from the rigor and routine of the team to the individual's approach to academics, faith, and family commitments. All the skills necessary to be a detail-oriented, committed athlete, great teammate, and a champion on the court carry over to empower that individual to being a champion in life. This concludes my presentation on the quality of character trait, detail-oriented. Thank you.